What's up guys, today I'm going to be taking you on a little tour through our airsoft tree fort, or as we like to refer to it as, the barracks. And we call it the barracks because we keep all of our gear here, and this is where we kind of generally hang out on game days. This fort's kind of at one end of our field, and as you can see there's many other forts throughout the rest of our woods. But I guess you could say that this is pretty much our main base of operations for airsoft gameplay. So without any further ado, I'll take you guys on the tour. So you can see from the outside that the fort is comprised of two main parts. There's the deck right there, and then the main, I guess you could say it's like a cabin, and then there's also the escape slide on the back. So you can see from this angle and the previous one that we have a window on this side. There's one exactly adjacent on the other wall, and I'll show you that when we get up there. And you can see on the front there's a glass door, and that just leads from the main area to the deck. And coming up underneath the fort there's a ladder here, and we have it on hinges so that this can actually be raised up. We don't currently have it attached to a rope, but it does move. Going on up the ladder, we see that the trapdoor is right here. We have this on a lock so that people can't just come up here whenever they want. And the only people that know the combination are us and a couple of our friends. Once you're up here, it's generally a good idea to close the trapdoor, that way you don't fall down the hatch. And now for the exciting part, we're actually up here. We've got a couple of gun racks. There's one on this side for rifles and another on this side for shotguns and pistols. And you can also see that we have a bunk bed here. We've only stayed up here a couple of nights, kind of when we camp out. To be honest, we don't use it a whole lot though. It's more just for like sitting on when we come up here to hang out. On top of it, there's just some miscellaneous stuff like the ladder to get up there. It kind of gets in the way when you're standing further back here. It kind of comes out into the middle, so we just leave it up there. The light blue blob looking thing there is actually a folding chair, and we just pull that out when we're up here hanging out. To give you guys a closer look at the guns here, we've got two sawed-off pump shotguns as well as the shell loading pump shotgun. And then for pistols we have a CO2 pistol on the left and then 3 spring guns on the right. Moving over to this wall, these are all our broken guns, just ones that don't work anymore. All of them are spring. We've got a shotgun, sniper rifle, and a crappy spring AK. Coming over to our rifle wall, we have a spring M14 and a UTG Master Sniper. On top of that we have an AGM L96 and a JG SR16 M4. Some features of the fort itself: we have a whiteboard here for planning out operations. This is actually the trapdoor that gets to the slide. We have it on locks right now so people can't climb up the slide to get up here. Once you take those two locks off, all you have to do is push this up and then go down yourself, or have someone hold it for you while you do go down. And it's a pretty good escape route if someone's blocking the front entrance and you need to get out relatively quickly. These two containers hold most of our airsoft accessories. The one on the top holds most of our gun equipment, and the one on the bottom holds most of our loadout items. So in here you can see I have stuff like CO2, BBs, extra magazines, and speed loaders, as well as a couple of attachments. In this bin we have a huge assortment of items, pretty much anything you need for a loadout. Stuff like masks, goggles, backpacks, vests, scabbards, holsters, pretty much anything you need. Everything besides that's pretty much just organization and tools. You can see we've got like a broom to sweep the floor and a saw in case we need to go cut some more wood for forts. Over here we have a zip line that we still haven't set up. We might do that eventually. Over here, you probably already saw earlier, we've got a little table just to set stuff on, and a little compartment here that we used to use for pistols and magazines before we had the gun racks up. Coming over this window, you can kind of see where I started the video. Just down there you get a pretty good view of the battlefield if you want to oversee your operation, or if some people are hanging back while other people are fighting, you can get a pretty good view. Coming over here we'll see the glass door that leads to the deck, and we'll head out there in just a second. And then over here we have the other window, and this doesn't give you much of a view. The battlefield pretty much stops there where it starts getting really light, where the sun's hitting it. I guess now we'll make our way onto the deck and show you what's out here. So the deck area itself is pretty big, and I think bigger than the inside because of the bunk bed, so we can fit more people out on the deck when we have more people up here. And generally we'll be on the deck to take practice shots before we start up games, or just to reload while other people are in there, just so it doesn't get too crowded. Occasionally what we'll do is play a tower defense variant, and when we do that we usually close the door and get some plywood up here to block off the railings, that way you can't get shot too easily from up here. And then we'll have a couple defenders up here guarding the tower, and then attackers coming from the opposite end of the woods. And that's usually a pretty fun game type to play. So I believe that's just about all the features I wanted to cover in this video. If there's something that I didn't cover all the way, or if you guys still have questions about anything you see in this video, or just anything in general, please feel free to leave a comment below, and I'd be happy to help you guys out, or send me a private message if that works for you. So yeah, I think that's going to conclude this tour of our airsoft barracks. I'll be putting some more videos up soon for you guys to enjoy. Remember, uploads are Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I will see you guys in the next video.